All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, Nico? What's up, Broke? The Master, how are you? Good to see you. Ahad, original music is such a tune. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Thursday where I am, so happy Thursday to you folks. Haven't streamed in a while. It's been, I think it was like August or something. It's been a bit, but I wanted to celebrate a little bit. Hit 10K subscribers, which is insane. So I figured I'd hop on stream, play a little bit of Dead Cells, see if we can get a 5BC win, and just hang out with everybody. James, why is it I can't recognize your name for the life of me? I don't know. Nathan! Oh, what's up, Nathan? Happy New Year, man. Good to see you. How about that? Hold on. I think turn my camera on. Yeah, there we go. Dude, it's good to see everyone. Nathan, good to see you, man. How you been? It's been a bit. It's been a little bit. All right. So first things first, let's get ourselves a good outfit. Maybe I'm gonna change the head here too. See what we can roll with. I think I'm gonna go apostate with Cellhead. Yeah. Dig it. Yeah. Dude, the beard is strong, man. I shaved the last time I actually shaved was mid-October. So I've been letting it roll. And I think you can tell by your picture you got yourselves a pretty sick beard too, man. So just checking a couple things here real quick. Have I ever had a different username, James? Yeah, I did years ago. I'm going back like maybe it was the beginning of COVID, so it was like 4.5, 5 years ago. I'd stream a little bit. But yeah, I feel like that was in another lifetime. All right. Oh, that's good. So we get Big Food, Infected, so not the best, but I'm going to keep that there just in case. Just in case. I got to tell you folks, I've been doing some practice runs over the past couple days. They have not been good. I had a successful 5BC clear today, but I've been dying a lot in curse biomes, which I guess is not that big of a surprise, all things considered, but I've been trying to just like get the juices flowing again. Like I mentioned, I haven't streamed since, my God, I think it was August when the end this year update came out. It's been a little bit, but stoked to be here. Stoked to see everyone. Yeah, subbing and forgetting. Hey, could be. And thanks for the congrats, James. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been very unexpected, but welcome at the same time. All right. So how's everybody doing? Have your Dead Cells runs been going? Just want to check in, see if people have been having some good runs or maybe clearing some new BCs. Oh, Nathan. So I'm coming up on my 6-year anniversary. So I started playing Dead Cells January of 2019 because it came out 1.0 hit on, I think it was August 2018, and then I got the game right after Christmas. So we're coming up on 6 years, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, it's wild to go back and, watch videos from 1.0 or read old patch notes and stuff and just realize how many things have changed over the years. I mean, even though Dead Cells kind of, the updates sort of stopped about, whenever it was, year and a half ago, whatever, over those like 5 years or whatever it was, so much stuff has changed. so much, but it's a better game for it. 100%. All right. All right, so let's see. So I haven't picked a color yet, so we got a couple options here. So I think this was a purple necklace. Yeah. So I'm gonna stat minute. So basically, I'm gonna leave here with 3 in one color and then 3 in my main color. Not sure what color I'm gonna take. I might just take brutality because I feel like that's the most well-rounded. And it's the most comfortable with that too. So I feel like brutality's a good vibe. So I'm gonna grab both of these, pop them in red, and then let's see where we're gonna go. Outskirts, nah. I think I'm gonna take the sewers route. Gonna try to get some extra scroll fragments. Nathan, getting back into it in the spring, man. That's great. What have you been up to, man? I think the last time we chatted, I think it was Slay the Spire. I'm pretty sure that's what you were rocking. Have you been playing anything else, or just kind of enjoying your life post birthday? Where's the sewers exit? Right in front of my face. There we go. Yeah, James, I do music. I write the music for my videos. So most of the music that I've featured in my videos was written by me. A lot of the stuff that's in there are old riffs and demos and stuff like that. But on the channel, I do have a link to some of the music I wrote, as well as I'm gonna grab this, as well as links to like Spotify and Bandcamp and Apple Music if you want to check anything out. Oh, Ian Omega, so good to see you, man. How are you? Last time I saw you, we were both sitting in front of a TV playing Dead Cells together, man. Good to see you. Oh, I've been super busy this year, man. I hear you, Nathan. Yeah, work can tire you out, dude, for sure. And I feel like it hasn't happened to me that much recently, but sometimes after those crazy days at work and those projects that seem to run way longer than they should, it's hard to like settle in. It's hard to like settle in and play like Ascension 20 or 5EC or whatever it is, All right. All right, so ideally I'd be finding some sort of brutality weapon soon, since I came in here with no survival stats. It'd be helpful. It'd be helpful to get something in my main color. There we go. Beautiful. All right, we'll grab this. I'm going to leave that on the map for the extra jump. Yeah, Ian, that was probably the best night we've had ever. In like the past 5 years or whatever it's been. Busted. Sorry, I'll get it out of the way. Yeah, so Ian is my real life friend. We've known each other forever. And every what is it, dude? Every month or two, we'll get together and we'll order some food and sit on the couch and play some Dead Cells with another friend of ours. And we had two sick runs back to back. So we did our first run was, I'm pretty sure it was a tactics run where we passed the control run. Our friend did not make it past the 5BC boss. And then the second run, we all did well. And I ended up taking him out with the, I think it was the Panchaku, right? Pretty sure we did like Panchaku and combo and all that good stuff. Sick. Yeah, chat distracted death. Well, listen, Nathan, I'd rather get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way and then move forward, And so that's kind of like quintessentially what I've been running into recently is like one small mistake that then compounds into the end of a run. So the stun going directly into getting hit by the scorpion that came out of the ground is just perfect, right? Yeah, dude, I think we have spent our good fortune, man. Yeah, usually our runs do not make it to concierge or conjunct. Usually we end up dying. What, dude? Like once every, like, or I should say, we make it to the boss once out of every 3 runs or something like that, man. But I just think it's so funny. Like, I know you can get after this, but just sort of like the idea of being able to, you're playing at home, you're just like enjoying a run, everything's going well, but as soon as someone else is watching, it just falls apart. Indigo, thank you. Appreciate the congrats. Yeah, I've been watching the sub counter tick up and it's just wild. Absolutely wild to me, but I appreciate it, and I think it's, like I said, it's a good reason to hop online and try to get a win and hang out and see how everyone's doing. All right, I'm gonna take brutality again, and then let's see what we got for biomes. How are we looking here? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the sewers. Like I said, get a better scroll count that way, and I don't know. I think it's interesting, even though the sewers has an extra fragment in there, and it leads you towards ancient sewers and conjunct, which do have higher scroll fragments. I find that the sewers is the easiest of the 4 first biomes. Promenade's tough. Arboretum can be tough. Outskirts can be a slog. I feel like sewers is the sure bet. It's probably also going to take little couple levels for me to settle in. Like I mentioned, I haven't streamed in a while. I don't do live commentary that much, so I'm trying to like get my brain to hone in, do multitask and not have another chat distract to death. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny how like I don't know, I've been really excited to do this. I think I posted about it maybe I don't know, it was like maybe like a month ago or a few weeks ago. Thinking about doing this and like my nerves are on. I'm gonna be honest. A little anxious, a little nervous, but it's all good. I think it's gonna be a good stream. We're gonna have a couple good runs. Ian getting sweet on Arboretum lately. Yeah, man. It's a good biome. I really like that a lot. I feel like besides all the traps, I feel like the little jerk shrooms are tough because they kind of like crawl into their shell, and then it's not as easy to do damage on them. But you can pop your head off and they're affected by DOT and stuff like that. But it's a really cool level, super cool level. I like the pathing too. I like on earlier BCs, if you're going to be skipping prison depths, like it lets you go ramparts, which is great. And then of course morass, which is just quite a handful. All right, we'll keep this. There it is. Thankfully, no enemies are spawning onto me at this point. All right. So speaking of DLC, which the Arboretum is a part of, it's part of the Bad Sea DLC. The item I'm using right now is from the Queen in the Sea DLC. In case you folks haven't tried that yet, it's called the Gilded Yumi, and it's one of my favorite weapons. As you can see, it does great damage. It knocks enemies all the way across the screen. It's a ton of fun, and you can get this one by beating the Archer Servant last. So there's the Bow Servant. There is the Tonfus servant, the belated Tonfus servant, and then there is the Wrecking Ball servant. So whichever one you beat last is the item that you get. And Yumi drops from the archer, which in my experience is usually the one that I take out last anyways. I find that I think is it Cleo and Calliope are the two servants that are more melee based. So I feel like they stick around on the ground more, so it's easier to take them out. But I absolutely love the Yumi. I love it. With that said, since it is a tactics weapon and we're going brutality this run, I'm going to want to change it out at some point. But this is one of those items that, as you can see, even with just one stat in tactics, it's doing some pretty good work here. So it's not urgent to switch it out, but that's part of the plan. I'm hoping to get something before I leave here. Let's see. Let me just catch up. Nathan, if I go the giant route, let his entire dialogue play out. Yes, I will do that. I was planning on going giant at some point. Regardless of routing, I was going to make my way there, so I will do that so we can let the dialogue play out. Master, how you been? How your runs going? I know we've been chatting a little bit here and there on Discord, but I haven't kept up in the past few days. David, hello. Nice to see you. Ghost, how do you get the king outfit? All right, so I'm just gonna mark this as a spoiler since we're playing 5BC. There's gonna be a little bit of spoilers here. So what I'm gonna try to make this as nondescript as possible. So after you beat 5BC, when the game starts over, you will be in a different state. The game's a little bit glitched out. That's on purpose. The next time you beat Hand of the King, detach your head instead of killing the king like you did on 0BC. Detach the head and then possess the king. And then when you beat the game wearing that outfit, you will unlock it for good. And then if you want to get the White King outfit, you can you get that by beating the 5BC boss hitless after you unlock the king outfit. Both of those outfits are pretty sick. I like them both. So wonderful. All right. So I think I had a big I got big rub on the map there, so I'm going to go back and grab that eyeball. Sweet. And since I got gastro, gonna get a full heal off of that like nothing ever happened. So Nathan, have you grabbed any of the other servant weapons if you've gone that way? I feel like they did a really good job, since each servant is kind of like a stat, right? So Calliope is survival with the wrecking ball, Euterpe is tactics with the bow, and then Cleo is brutality with the tonfus. I think they did a super good job kind of like encapsulating the general feeling of each stat within a weapon. It's pretty sick. Yeah, I'll grab this. I don't love the trident. And its mobility probably isn't going to be the best here since there's a lot of smaller platforms and acid and stuff like that. But I feel like leaning into the stat at this point is going to be good, and then I'll grab something else when I can. Pretty sweet. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna grab Star Fury. I'll put Trident in the backpack just in case. I'll take Star Fury. Yeah, Master. So the bow I was just using is Queen of the Sea DLC. Super good. And Meaty just got dead cells and beat the final boss for the first time. Hell yeah, congratulations. Oh, that's so sweet. Love hearing that. That's awesome. What build did you end up getting through with? Always curious to hear when people first start playing the game, what kind of stuff they like to enjoy. You know, what kind of stuff you dig into. Yeah, we'll switch that out. I love it. I love the success stories. Let me just check. All right, good. So Corrupted Prison is not cursed. Thank goodness. If I can, if I can, I'm going to try to avoid cursed biomes for the whole night. I don't love them. I've been practicing them, trying to get a little bit more used to, being under the gun so quickly. But I'm gonna, just for stream safety, I'm gonna try to stay away from them. But if I do get stuck, like if I end up getting shoehorned, right on cue, right? If I do end up getting shoehorned into some kind of a cursed biome at some point, I will probably end up taking Damned Vigor, which is a great mutation that will revive you from any death, including a cursed death, and will give you 2 seconds to kill an enemy. And if you kill an enemy, you will be revived. So it's pretty sweet. All right, so I got to be careful here. Double sinew slicer. Yeah, so as I was mentioning earlier, the 1.0, the older version of the game, used to let you have two items of the same thing. So you could have 2 powerful grenades, 2 sinew slicers, 2 whatever. So you used to just drop those and then get after it. Like I said, lots changed. You can still do that now if you get a legendary version of one of the items. But that's the only way that you can get double items at this point. Yeah, dude, Damn Vigor's surprise star of the showstopper of the cursed update. No, Master, Damn Vigor is for any death. It just happens to be that, for me, it pops most with curses. Parrying. Meaty's been parrying. That's great. It's awesome. So fun. David, stuck in 4BC, any tips? Yeah, so I get a bunch of tips. So my first tip is I got to make sure I don't die to this curse. There we go. First tip for myself is don't die to the curse. Yeah, so I feel like that's it's a loaded question because there's so many variables, right? So I think, the first piece of advice I always give is no matter what BC you're on, to get your forge unlocked as much as possible. So if you're on 4BC, you'll have the ability to dump cells into it all the way up to 100% on the S ranking. So that's going to help. Weapon quality is super important, especially on later difficulties. The other thing, I would say, I'd like to give the advice for people to try everything. If you've made it to 4BC, you've been playing for a bit, and you kind of probably know what sort of things you like and how your runs go. So, at that point, it's probably safe to find a build or a certain style that you like and just lean into it to get that win. Other stuff too, depending on where you're at, it's always good to, if you can, route through food shops if you need it. So a lot of second level biomes have them. So Ramparts, Still Village has one, Morass of the Banished, Ossuary. So think about doing that. Yeah, there's a lot, and I don't know if you've seen it, but I have a video on the channel called Mid Game. It's like 2BC, 3BC, and 4BC. I have a whole section in there, but it talks about stuff like that. Also talks about enemy teleportations and using them to your advantage. So there's a certain way that enemies will spawn when they teleport. They will always spawn behind you, so you can kind of use that to pull enemies one at a time. I did that when I was facing that curse. I kind of pulled a couple enemies and went to the back to make sure that they wouldn't get me there. So just a bunch of stuff like that, you know. But if you haven't checked out that mid game tutorial video, I recommend giving it a check. And then if you have any questions, you know, leave a comment, hit me up, and I'll be happy to help you out a little bit more specifically, depending on what you're actually getting stuck with. All right. So funny. So you guys, you folks are probably watching me play, and I'm just like rolling all over the place. As I'm talking, I'm just like going back and forth over the same areas. So the good news is I got the 60, so we'll be getting something, hopefully something good out of the 60 door here. And I think that's it, right? I didn't miss anything. There's one enemy in a wall over there. I'm not going to go back for that. And I'm fine with my kit, so I'm not gonna change anything. I am gonna recycle the trident because I'm not gonna use that now. But we're gonna go to corrupted. So what other games do I like? So I like. See, I'm like a very specific kind of a player. Like I've tried a bunch of stuff, but for me, I usually end up, you know, finding a few games that I really like and then playing them to death. So obviously Dead Cells. Other roguelites that I enjoy, I like Returnal. I love Returnal. Love Hades. Big fan of the Resident Evil 4 remake. That game was... I love the original. I played the original to death. The remake is fantastic. Also, really like the original Dark Souls. Dark Souls Remastered. Super good. And then we're going back into older games, but you know, Symphony of the Night, PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII, Silent Hill, all the old goodies. All right. So Damn Vigor. So upon being dealt fatal damage, you stay alive for 2 seconds. So any damage, and it's really cool because it's not cool when you die, but when you do die, the screen kind of goes gray. So like, you know, something's going on. And if you kill any enemy in 2 seconds, you'll come back with 1 health point. Sometimes I've come back with a little bit more because I would actually have Rally as Damn Vigor kicked off. So when I killed an enemy, I wouldn't be at just 1. But it's been super helpful, and a lot of levels. I mean, here we're gonna have rats everywhere, so if I end up taking a death, a rat will be able to kill a rat real quickly. Same thing with, you know, Sewer's Graveyard. A lot of levels have enemies with low health that you can kind of just pop off. So hopefully I won't have to show you how it works. All right, let's try to play it super safe. Oh my God, what a mess. Whew. Good grief. Yeah, so David, you can see right there, I kind of used enemy teleportations to my advantage, so that way I could kind of maneuver them a little bit as I was trying to avoid damage and avoid the taking damage from that curse. Yep. Yeah, Master. Disengagement and Damn Vigor, double safety. I have done that. I've done that recently when I've been practicing, for sure. Damn Vigor for the curses, and then disengagement just in case. But I think I don't remember exactly what the threshold is, but I think disengagement, you have to be at like 15%. Have to be at like 15% or 20% or something like that. Did y'all see the balloons just come behind me? What the hell? Calf says, I'm pretty sure when I got DI to proc, I had the same opportunity when it came back to earn some health. Yeah, you dropped one HP, but then you get some back, right? Sparta, have I tried? Oh yeah, so I have played Bloodborne. I really liked it. I only played it once, but I thought it was great. My best friend and I will play games together and kind of pass the controller back and forth. We went all the way through Bloodborne and what is it? Old Hunters DLC, I think is what it's called. So we did that. Great game. Haven't gone back to it. Only played it once. And I have not played Lies of P, but it looks really good. And from what I've heard, as far as, you know, just like general Souls-like kind of games, it's one of the few that actually holds up to FromSoft stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going crazy, Master. I knew I saw balloons there, and I was like, wait, where did those come from? So I know Zoom has because I'm in meetings for work all the time. But Zoom has something where balloons will come down, or like if you give a peace sign, like fireworks go off or something. It's pretty wild. So I don't know if that's been integrated into OBS or the camera or whatever, but it's been that caught me by surprise. But I guess, hey, this is a little bit of a celebration, so I guess balloons are in order, right? All right. All right. Oh, poorly. There we go. I was like, poorly timed parry with one of the best parry shields. All right, so let me get this guy out of the way. All right. And we got something good here. What do we got? Oven axe. Oh, that's really good. So, all right, I'm going to throw this oven axe in the backpack. And then I may decide to use it. The thing about it is that so it only uses the last hit in the combo, so it hits hard, but you kind of get locked into that animation, so it's a little unwieldy, but it does really good damage. So, all right, let me see if I can pull these guys up here. Oh, man, I am not getting these parry timings. There we go. There we go. All right. My goodness. So now that I'm back at full health, let's pop this off. Yeah, super scary. Super scary. All right. So this actually might work out because I can use the rampart for the iframes and then use the oven axe for the huge hit. So usually I play survival, or I should say when I play survival, I try to take other weapons. Like I'll take off-color stuff when I play green, but it looks like I'm going to do off-color survival with brutality. I'll take it. Yes, we'll take that. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Not perfect. Awesome. And we still get some food on the map too. So that's going to be 30%. So that'll get us back up to, or 25%. That'll get us up to what, 70, 77? I know. Ian, that's so funny, man. That's so funny. Yeah, so it only uses the last hit in the combo, Master. So I think you might need to get one hit, and then that will start the crit chain. But you don't have to worry about all the other hits, which is great. The only downside is as you can see, the movement kind of pulls you off center a bit. So you have to position yourself planning to use that third hit, or use something like ice armor or stun grenade, or like I got the rampart here, also helpful. All right, so I'm gonna do ramparts. It's a food shop there. I do not want to. I'm not doing a curse biome, and I don't want to go through Dracula's castle. So ramparts it is. Yeah, Nathan, legendary tombstone is special. It's an unbelievable weapon. It's super good. All right, so let's check. So I grabbed the swift sword out of the locked area just in case. I like to kind of keep something in the backpack. And then let's see, what do we got? oil. I got burning and burning oil for the oven axe. We'll keep that. I'm going to take vengeance here. So that way I can get a little bit of extra damage, use Phase Flask, and then get 8 seconds of extra DPS. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough Farm Masters. You have to... The first 3 hits don't crit, but then the repeated last hit will crit. Yeah, so it's the same thing here. So the first hit doesn't crit, but once you keep the chain going, it looks like it does. Yeah, because that first hit I got didn't do a crit. So we'll have some fun with this. I think I'm gonna switch this out before. I don't know. I might go concierge. I'm probably gonna end up switching this out, but have a little fun with it for now. Felipe, yes, I believe that the Castlevania bosses or the Dracula bosses are harder than a lot of the other ones. I don't think death is too bad. I feel like death's pattern is a little bit more manageable. And the health bar is broken down into like 4 phases, so you can kind of know what's coming up. Like, all right, here's where the sights come out. This is where the orbs come out. That kind of thing. But I do have a lot of trouble with both Dracula fights. Not my favorite. I also just feel like they're big sponges. Takes lots of damage, but all right. David, what's my favorite non-DLC biome? That is a great question. So I feel like it changes kind of like depending on, I guess, like vibe, right? Because there's sometimes like I really just love going through the ossuary. Sometimes I love coming here to the ramparts, but I think like if I had to put a name, probably Forgotten Sepulchre, because that I love the mechanic of that biome. The enemies are really interesting there. I like how there's a guaranteed curse, so it kind of spices things up. And then as far as pathing goes, from there you can go to either Timekeeper or Giant. So basically the whole game opens up to you, because if you just go Clock Room, you can only do Timekeeper. If you go Cavern, you can only go Giant. But Sepulchre's got some really good routing, great music, great vibe. So yeah, that's my answer. Talking about food, yep, that's exactly it. So I have Nathan, I got my diet set to omnivorous, so that way it's always something different. Grab this here. I used to just do the monster one, so it was like the guts and the eyeball, but I started switching up, so that way it's all the different stuff, so I could get more comfortable and sort of learn the differences between all the foods. All right. All right. That was the rarest thing you'll ever see. It is so hard to parry those dancers. I can't believe I just did that. Usually when you go to parry, they'll pull back and they'll start kind of like going behind you. Yeah, I have not parried those things many times. So that was a happy accident right there. All right, so I'm going to leave that there just in case. There you go. Beautiful. Man, I love the Rampart shield so much. I love it even more when I get it off color, so I can take it with builds like this. Sparta Dracula fight Rex every time. Oh yeah, the Gardener. Yeah, the Scarecrow can be tough too. So Scarecrow's so funny because there are some builds where, if you have a tactics build and you're using Wolf Trap or like Wings of the Crow or something like that, Scarecrow's not that bad, in my opinion. And if you use range stuff, not too bad, but like I find that slow weapons are a death sentence in there. And also, Get that parry. Scarecrow is very susceptible to parries too. So if you go in there with a spike shield or punishment or something like that, if you learn the parry timings, you could actually just kill the Scarecrow just through parries. Dude, Ian, everything is hard. Everything's hard. It's like, it's just, I don't know. I just think it's really funny. I know we talk about this, the cells come at you fast, but it's just so interesting to have so much experience with the game and still be surprised, and still get taken by surprise and still have new experiences and still get humbled every once in a while. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if if I was always able to get wins and there were no surprises and all that stuff, like, I don't feel like it would be as fun of a game. I feel like I would have given up on it by now, but sweets. All right. So I would love to see a challenge rift around here somewhere. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, because we haven't seen any challenge rifts yet, so that'd be great to get some extra scrolls. Although we did get that bonus curse in the sewers though, so that counts for something. All right. All right, so that's a conjunct door. I think I may end up going concierge instead of conjunct. Oh, what's the mechanic for running up walls? Yeah, so Nathan, next time I get to a longer wall, I'll show you. But basically, it's like you need to press the your attack button and then jump, and you just alternate back and forth really quickly. So basically, what happens is that you start your attack, but then as you go up the wall, the attack cancels out, and it just allows you to keep climbing. I'll see if I can. I'll do it in like the next pit. The next pit that we see, I'll give it a whirl. All right. All right, come on. There we go. All right, so I'm going to parry here. Yeah, take that out. All right, sweet. All right, so what do we got? Did I miss anything? So we still got some food on the map. Looks like I missed an enemy. That's probably, I'm going to guess that's a Malaise spawned automaton based on the positioning there. So I don't have to go back for it, but I will. All right. All right, so what do we got up here? We got a demolisher. All right, so what I'd like to do is take this Inquisitor out. Sweet. Felipe, I got to Scarecrow with Rampart Shield of 5BC, missed like 80% of the parries. I will say, like, the parry timings get fast. They get super fast. Like, as I know, the attacks just start to come in really quick, so it's not as paced. I feel like the first run's not too bad, but then the second time Scarecrow comes around, it's just incessant, constant attacking. Master, easy with throwing knives. You can spam it. Yep, absolutely. So this is perfect here. So, like Master was saying, something like throwing knives is good, Nathan, because it has a quick attack animation. Let's see how it does with the oven axe. Yeah, so you can see I'm basically flicking my finger between the attack and the jump button, and it's letting me climb up. You can see the axe pop out really quick. And it doesn't really do anything. It's just fast. It's just fast and it looks cool. Helps you clear things out a little bit quicker. Raul, thank you. Appreciate that. All right. All right, so I think for I almost said scarecrow. For concierge, I might use the hemorrhage instead of the oven axe. Just a little too slow, I feel like, for boss fight. Well, this damage is very nice. So all right, so why don't you folks let me know what you want to see? Do you want to see legendary oven axe against concierge, or do we want to do long range hemorrhage? Whatever. I don't know if votes is the right word. Whatever people want to see more is what is what we'll do. All right. And I think, or maybe this is a, yeah, there you go. So we're not doing too bad. I don't think I want to grab the food. Yeah, it should be all right. Long range, Nathan Master. All right, let's do it. Yeah, so hemorrhage is one of the. It is a blueprint that you get from spoiler biome. Not from a. It's not like a spoiler per se, but that's where it comes from. All right, so let's see what we got for some synergies here. So, poison. So that might be good. So I will be parrying the concierge here and there, which will poison him, which will give additional crits. Poison from the rampart. Yeah, I think we'll roll with that for now. I don't think I'm going to change up my mutations because I'm gonna roll with those as we continue on. Keep it going. Hemorrhage. Greg says hemorrhage. All right, let's do it. All right, so I'm going to use Face Flask here to proc Vengeance, which is going to give us an additional, what are we looking at here? 73% damage. And then we'll see if we can stun lock Concierge into oblivion. Get my ammo back. All right. All right, so what do we got here? Okay, jump. So this fight's taken a little bit, but it's all right. I'd rather be more methodical than trying to rush through it and end up taking a hit. Yeah. So I think it's at like half HP, Concierge start jumping around. And then when you get closer to here, a quarter of his health or a third of his health, the attacks become more frequent. So I'm just going to ride this out. Nice and easy. Try not to get animation locked. All right. Jump. There we go. Get a couple crits here. All right, one more crit should do it. Done. Good. Yep, that's it. Exactly, Master. So it's almost like a range status stiletto. But in addition to critting on bleeding and poison, it also causes bleeding. So it self synergizes, which is pretty sweet. Okay. Yep. That's pretty clean. Thank you. Yeah. I've been taking my time with Concierge. I've been letting him dictate the pace of the fight. Yeah, we'll do this. Let him dictate the pace of the fight, so that way, it's a little bit easier to not take damage. All right. So again, I'm just gonna keep what I have here. I think we'll go. What's the move here? I think Stilt is the move, even though it's less. We're going to get less scrolls if we go to Stilt over Slumbering, but it's a quicker and it's a more compact biome. So I think that's the right move. Oh, cool, Master. Don't worry about it. Yep. If you got to hop off, enjoy your night. Do what you got to do. But yeah, we just legendary was a upgraded fire grenade. And what I could have done to show you folks is I could have put the legendary and the regular in each slot so you could see that you can dual wield those things. But I forgot I forgot what item I was using. That's really funny. I forgot I switched back to the oven axe. It's a hoot. All right, so this is not worth it, but there we go. So what I could have done is maybe instead of Vengeance or Gastro, I could have taken Predator, which would have been sick, but this'll be fine. Dot's going to take him out. All right, so I think just for safety, I'm going to grab the food here. I know I'm going to get at least one piece of clean food, if not two. So, but I'd rather just top off a little bit. And I think I'm also going to try to find something to replace the oven axe here. Cause like, yeah, it's really cool. Super dig it. But, like I was mentioning, the speed of it and everything, I'd like to have something that's a little bit safer, so I'm not getting like locked into animations like that, you know? All right. Let's see if I can lure them up here. Gotta wait an extra second, and there we go. The good thing about oven axe is you get so much rally back on this thing. Yeah, we'll take extra HP. All right, so how are we looking here? All right, so that's a trap shop. I'm fine with what I have for now. I don't think I want to change anything just yet. All right. And I remember there was a run. I think it might have been, I can't remember if it was when Modesto and I did our collaboration, if it was when, yeah, I think it was our second collaboration, but I ended up taking, I think it was also a legendary oven axe. And I remember we ran into a little bit of trouble for that exact reason, where it was just like the timing was a little bit off, and, you know, I think I was the one that was playing, taking a little bit of extra damage here and there just because of that animation lock. So I think I would like to replace it with something a little bit faster, I think. Oh, is this? And we got ourselves a curse chest here. All right, so I'm gonna scout before I go in there. I'm gonna scout ahead just to see what's coming up here, so that way I can kind of prep a little bit better. This is the elite room. Yeah, because if there's a different, like a regular elite out here, I'm gonna take my time. Yep, see, there it is. So this is why I always recommend scouting out what you have ahead of you when you get ready to take a curse. All right, it should be fine. Oh, Sparta. So I don't use the, I mean, as you can hear, I use the normal soundtrack. Which Symphony of the Night song is here? I love Symphony of the Night. I love the music too. All right, let's see if I can get a parry here. Good. So Calf, so rally is the mechanic. So like when we talked about Damn Vigor and getting some of your health back, the orange part of your health as it goes down, like as you know, when you attack something as that's going down, you'll get some of that health back. That's what rally is. So because Oven Axe does so much damage in like one swing like that, the rally percentage is bigger because what you get back for health is dependent on the amount of damage that you do, if that makes sense. Oh, so there's no game audio? Oh, Joshua, so I can hear it fine. Hold on a second. So I'm getting readings here on my mixer. Is it is there still no audio for you here? All right. Focus. Just my voice. Oh, get out of here. All right. So what I'm going to do is let me clear this curse real quick, and then I will check my audio settings real quick just to see what's going on here. I had no idea. Playing this curse super safe, even though I have Damn Vigor. Just going to play it safe. All right. All right. Also, there is no shame in taking your time with curses. None. No shame at all. Doesn't matter how long you've been playing, what BC you're on. If you get a curse and you don't want to run through it, take your sweet time. Yeah. NPR all day, every day. All right, so let me try a couple things here real quick. So I have my, let's see. I have my monitoring settings on here. Let me see if I turn this off. All right, maybe that will fix it. All right, did that? Can you folks hear? Can you guys hear the game now? Now you can hear. Oh, perfect. All right, thank you. Sweet. Joshua, thank you. Thanks for bringing that up. So I had my monitoring on, but it looks like the actual output was off. So I can hear things, and my audio mixer is showing up fine, but it wasn't actually pushing through the stream. So super helpful. I really appreciate that. Thank you. There it is, baby. All right. Anki, what's up? Just pop it in. Maddie Nunchucks. Oh my goodness. What a treat. What a treat. I mean, it's always a treat to hang out and chat, but I didn't know you guys were here. It's good to see both. All right. I'm whiffing all over the place. It's so funny. So we got the 60, so that's good news. Keep this. All right, just do a little bit of cleanup, and then I would love to go to Sepulcher, but yeah, I'm gonna go Sepulcher since it's not accursed, so a little bit more enjoyable. Oh, that's really funny, dude. Yeah, I think when Calf first logged in, I think it was his first name too, which is really funny. And then Maddie is just Maddie. Maddie's always Maddie. All right. Yeah. It's all about efficiency, Calf. So are we good? All right, so we're good. So I'm going to take a quick peek. I'm going to take another peek. I think that was a skill shop, and I'm pretty sure I said I was fine, but I want to just take a quick look and see if anything shows up. Anything useful, right? That's a food one. Let's see what we got. I think this is the first. I think this is the first shop, the first non-food shop that I've gone to. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful turret. So we're gonna get burning oil and toxic cloud and 80% to poison target. That is fantastic. I'm gonna keep face flask, I think. So I get two options here, right? So either I'm going to take the flamethrower tart no matter what. Could do flamethrower tart and then face flask and continue with vengeance to get the extra DPS as we poke along. Or I could just go fire grenade, flamethrower tart, not take vengeance, and then maybe do gastro predator disengagement. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Talk myself into it. Master, short detour, you did not miss much. The only thing you missed is that the monitoring for my output, the game audio was not playing, so fix the music. Other than that, just Stilt. However long you were gone is how long it took me to clear Stilt Village. What are we looking at here? Yeah, about 7 or 8 minutes, not too bad. Oh, Wandering Ghosts, that is a great tune. Love that song. If I'm thinking of the same song, that's the one that's kind of like, it's almost like a little airy with like spooky piano kind of vibes. But yeah, that whole soundtrack's great. But if you're talking about the song I'm thinking of too, that's an amazing song. Nope, not intentional, man. Not intentional at all. All right, let's do. I'm gonna take crowbar. I'm gonna take crowbar over the oven axe, because I want something that's a little bit more speedy, a little bit more easy to wield, I guess is a good way to put it. All right, so we got bleed, poison, 100%. Toxic cloud. Yeah, that's fine. Although, I'm gonna roll here a couple times, see if I can get 100% burning oil. Perfect. All right, so let's do it. So we're gonna do predator. I think I'll take Damn Vigor again because there is a curse here. I'll take that over disengagement, and then I don't know what I should take for the last one here. I'm thinking maybe gastronomy just in case things go south. I feel like gastro's probably the move. Play a little bit more defensive. Yeah, I'm not going back. Go sepulcher here. All right. Well, this is good. This is farther than most of my practice runs. This is farther than most of my practice runs have gone, so we're in good shape. And then here's the curse. All right, so I'm not going to take the curse yet. I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to poke ahead to see what we got. Yep, see, and here's an elite, of course. Yeah, so it's really good that I took a second to to see what was going on before taking that curse. Good God. What a mess. What a mess. Alright, let's see what we got here. Shrapnel axes, not bad. I'm gonna pop these in the backpack. I may want to take those for the giant fight. Sweet. An extra scroll. Let's see if I can time this to hit both of these guys. Probably not. That's fine. That felt really good. I need to start playing a little bit more aggressively. I've been playing really quietly this whole stream. I'm gonna start to pick up the pace a little bit here. Feels good to feel good like that. We got ourselves a legendary down there too, so I'm not sure what it is. We're about to find out. Giant killer? Nah, no thanks. No, thank you. Grip and rip. That's it, baby. I got it, dude. I mean, you know the vibe, Cap. It's like, you know, sometimes you just don't have good runs, right? And then they compound. And then when it comes time and you're having a good run, it's like you play to lose, as Bags say. You know, just like taking your sweet time, not really engaging as much just to get the win, you know? But I stand by what I said earlier about taking your time with curses, but I feel like normal gameplay, I'm going to want to pick it up a little bit. Especially since I'm getting really good damage from that flamethrower turret. Getting invincibility from Predator, so I get a little bit of extra safety there. So I got some cushion. I can let it rip a little bit. All right, so let's see here. I think this is the 4-cell door. What do we got? Yeah. So another thing I like to do in the Sepulcher is leave the 3-cell and the 4-cell door open. Because there's always enemies in there, and there's a 10% chance for an extra curse. So in the event that I take a curse at the end of the level, I will always have enemies to clear it, so I don't have to take it with me into Timekeeper or Giant. It's a little something that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable taking curses later in the biome. Yeah, so there's a 3. Gonna leave that one too. Punch shy, yeah, that's the word. Let's see. Dante says, got any tips for managing the malaise on 5BC? Yeah, so I got a couple. So, first, if you can, route your way through food shops because they have cough syrup in there. So I think that costs, I think it's $3,000 or $2,000. It will clear 3 pieces of malaise, which is really good. The other thing is elites will lower the malaise more than normal enemies. So if you kill an elite, you'll notice that the bar is going to tick down even more than if you just killed a regular enemy. So like, if you can, if your malaise is high and an enemy's starting to transform into an elite, let it transform and then take it out. One of the things that happens with those enemies is that they keep the same health bar. So if you get an enemy down to a little bit of health, it turns into an elite, you can kill it in 1 or 2 hits and it will pop off. And then the other thing is, you know, trying to kill enemies as quickly as you can. So as you probably know, the malaise will clear once I think it's like 80% or 90% once you get enemies off the map. The more enemies that you have killed, the slower the malaise is going to tick up. So when the map's full of enemies, when you first start a level, it's going to start ticking really quickly. Even if you got to kind of scoot through the level a little bit quicker than normal, get some of those enemies out of the way, so that way the malaise either clears or it ticks up less, and then from there you can kind of manage it a little bit better. So yeah, so elites, food shop, and then trying to clear it as much as you can, so that way you get a little bit of a slower tick. And I don't know if this is your experience or anybody's experience, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the first couple levels of Blaze are fine. They're not too bad, right? So what are we looking at here? So we got, yeah, so enemies are more reactive. They're going to start spawning. They may attack, you know, more damage or whatever. But I feel like once it hits, I don't know, I feel like once it hits 4 or 5, it feels like a completely different game for me. I feel like the first few ticks of malaise are like, okay, it's not terrible, not too bad, right? Oh, this is perfect. So what I'll do is I'll let him transform, and then if you just want to watch the malaise bar, yeah, see, it'll go down a little bit more when you kill an elite. I know that was probably really hard to see because there's so much stuff going on, but I hope that was helpful. I hope that made sense. All right. So I think I'm going to be leaving here with maybe 20, 29, which actually is not too bad. Yeah, I feel like, is that... Are we looking at 27? Yeah, so we're going to drop out of here with 28, unless... Oof. I think that was a Butterfingers 59. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me record that real quick. So how many kills do I have? 56 kills. That was it. It went up to 50. That happens all the time. It went up to 59 kills. And I got tagged right at the last second and brought it down to 0 again. So no 60 door for us, unfortunately. That's a bummer. It's not going to ruin the run, but it would have been nice to get a little something from a 60 door. What the hell hit me? Yeah, that's let me look at that real quick. I think it was maybe the AoE from the mummy. Right? So that was it. So the mummy AoE, Nathan, went through the floor, and when I jumped up into it, I hit the bottom of the hitbox. So super unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I also could have slowed down, man. I also could have slowed down to secure the 60, but I did not. Butterfingers 59, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Alright, so we're just about good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this food. I'm going to clear out the 3-door and the 4-door so we did not get an extra curse. So I'm going to clear out the 3 and 4-door just to see what we got in there. Maybe a better weapon for the giant fight. Then we'll do giant, and then probably going to take high peak. I do not want to skip I don't want to skip high peak castle since I am like one or 2 scrolls shy. So I'm gonna go through high peak to get a little bit of extra cushion there. And then where was the other door? Here it is. Yeah. Cat, that's so funny. The other thing too is Predator's a little finicky, where sometimes if an enemy, certain enemy attacks, like if they start the attack before your invisibility starts, some things like the mummy slam, like it's already in the middle of an animation, so it doesn't stop. So I wonder if that's what happened too, because I was getting some good kills. Like I mentioned before, when you get a legendary item of something, you can carry 2 of them. So if I wanted to, I could take 2 fire grenades. I'm not gonna, but if you're ever itching to take 2 something, right? Take 2 fire grenades, 2 powerful grenades, 2 giant whistles, whatever it is, you can grab a legendary and the regular one. And that'll push you through. Excuse me. All right, so I think this was the item shop. All right, so let's see if there's anything here. So we got to remember, so we got burning oil, we got toxic cloud, right? So just thinking if there's anything pops up that's good, let's get that synergy in there. So that way I don't have to roll for it. Yeah, not taking Curse Sword. Alright. So I'm going to take Wrenching Whip. It's not something I use too often, but the fact that we're going to get 180% extra damage with it makes it worth it. Hey Sparta, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Glad you can make it for a bit. Good to see you. All right, so we're good. Oh, all right. So that means that the skill shop is mimicked. So I'm gonna take a quick peek. I'm gonna take a quick peek here, just in case something good pops up. I don't think I want any of this stuff. Yeah. All set. Not worth the risk. But in case you folks didn't know, if you ever see a lore room with this little guy in it, there is a mimic in the shop. All right. So we're good. Yeah, I didn't escape Master, the mimic escaped, right? All right, so we got some good cash here, so we're doing all right as far as money goes. Not gonna re-roll anything here. I'm gonna take support since I'm gonna be near a trap. Gonna take disengagement just in case. So I'm streaming here. I might do combo, I think, for the last one. Let's get some extra damage. And I'm gonna have plenty of cash to re-roll too. So what I'll probably do is re-roll. Let me see, I'm probably going to re-roll going into High Peak Castle, and then I'll re-roll for Hand of the King, and we'll probably keep that moving forward. Kyle! Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you found the videos helpful. That's awesome. I am also amazed that I'm streaming and playing. This is, the beginning of the stream was not that smooth. It was not smooth. It's a little challenging, but I feel like after a bit I kind of get in the groove. But yeah, it's a lot of brain power. Felipe, how did I know that guy was the mimic and none of the other shops? Yeah, yep, exactly what Master just said. So I just coincidentally I could have bought something from that shop without seeing the lore room and gotten the mimic, but because I bought the Wrenching Whip from that shop and it was not mimicked, that indicates that it was the second shop that would have been. All right, so I'm gonna let this play out as Nathan requested. We all skip this all the time. Let's do it. See, synergies matter where you can actually get them. Where you can actually get them on the target that you're trying to hit. It's so funny. Get it up here. Perfect. There we go. All right. I'll play this one out too. Oh, the biggest middle finger of all time. That was a pretty good fight. Yeah, thank you. I really only saw the damage pop off when I got the turret up on the hand, because that did burning oil and poison, so I was able to get that last phase down pretty quick. But all right, let's do it. All right, so let's see what legendary we got here. We're two for two so far with flawless boss fights. So let's see if we get something good. Yeah, I'll take it over fire grenade. I haven't used owl in a while. It's been a bit. And then what do we got? We got burning oil, shots pierce all, spreads oil, victims burn. That's fine. It's pretty good. Tornado, yeah, I wish I wish we got a tornado. That'd have been great. All right, let's do predator. We'll take disengage. I'm doing pretty decent for health. So I might not take Gastronia. I might maybe combo. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do Gastro. So I'm gonna play a little bit more defensively just for the safety of getting a win, hopefully. And I decided to take disengagement instead of Damn Vigor because I think High Peak has a 5% curse chance or something. So I feel like here disengagement's going to be a better call. Yeah, so Master, I don't even know if I've used Legendary Owl before. I've gotten shots pierce. I don't know if I've gotten shots pierce all on the regular one. I've definitely gotten shots pierce the first, but I'm hoping that this is going to be a nice little extra boost. Get us through. So Wrenching Whip is good. I think it's going to do really well in the Hand of the King fight. Let me see what my shrapnel axes are. Yeah, I think it's going to do really well in the Hand of the King fight since that's going to be on level ground, so we can get that bonus damage very easily. Oh, so tempting. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave the cards there just in case. I do love me some Foresight and some Electrodynamics. And this is something, I notice this a lot when I come into High Peak, is like, I feel like I have to get through a lot of bonus rooms before I get to the actual area. Yeah, so you can see here the first room I hit was an item room, second part's a lore room and an item room, and then down here there was 2 item rooms. It's like I'd like to start getting keys so I can get out of here soon. Huh. So it looks like I might be seeing things. It looks like the owl does not attack when I'm invisible. Huh. That's super interesting. I could be seeing things, but it looked like the owl stopped shooting once I went invisible. Can't tell, but I've never seen that interaction before. I'll keep an eye out on it. So if that's the case, I might just grab something out of the skill shop there to replace the owl if it's not gonna attack. Yeah, see? Okay, so so there's something new. I did not know that Predator de-aggroed the owl. So I may need to grab something else for the biome since that's not going to be super helpful. Let's check the shop real quick. Dude, do not be embarrassed by how much you like cards. Cards are so good. Cards are so good. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that, right? Maybe we'll roll with double damage. Where were the cards? I think I left them. I forget which area they were in. Might have been right down here, right? There we go. That's what's tough. So this room doesn't show up on the map, so it's hard to see what's where. Daniel Sound, what's up? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. I didn't think you'd pop in because it's like, what time is it? Is it like 3 in the morning where you are, dude? Oh, holy crap, man. Great to see you, dude. Yeah, Dante, yep, same here. Those slamming enemies are some of my least favorites too. Calf, that's really funny about consent. And send love to Sam, man. I hope she's all right, dude. I hope her wrist is doing better too. Come on, dude. I am not even gonna try an Arnold voice, but I can hear it in my head, and I appreciate it, brother. All right, let's see if I can get this guy to come up here. Easy. So Daniel, I started watching your video today. So I basically, I had some work to do this morning. Started watching the video, and then I actually had to go to the dentist. And when I got home, I set up the stream, did some practice runs, and I wanted to like keep my head a little bit clear. But I am going to finish your video after I shut down later. I think I got to the sewers right after you got like legendary ice armor, which is always a win. So stoked to check out the rest of that run, dude. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? So I am like, as you can tell, I'm like old man central over here. So I don't have like stream stuff set up, you know, as far as like actual stream commands and whatever it is. But I'm gonna put where is it? I'll put a link to Daniel's video. So Daniel has been doing a fresh file series. And then today he scheduled his 5BC video. So if you haven't seen the series, check Daniel out, check his channel out, watch the videos, they're great. But basically each video has been a different BC level, and this is a 5BC one. So stream's going pretty good, man. Yeah, stream's going pretty good. A little bit of audio issues earlier. The game audio was not coming through, but other than that, in a very quick death at the beginning, it hasn't been bad, my man. I've been doing all right. All right, we got 59. Okay, we made it that time. Thank God. Oh, yeah, Master. So I can't remember. You'll have to forgive me. Are you... I can't remember. Are you 4 BC now? I'm trying to... I thought you were 4 BC. I'm trying to remember from our chats, but I know you were 3 or 4 BC. I just can't remember which one you're at. No, we'll take this. I do love this part of the game where your damage just really starts to pop. I feel like once you get to like 30, like 30 or low 30 scrolls, like I feel like things melt very quickly. All right, so what did I do? I did blue, I did red, I did not do green yet, so we'll do that over here. I appreciate that, Daniel. Oh, you are playing 5BC. All right. Oh, dude, slow survival builds on certain bosses are just so... It's like you just can't do it. Like I was mentioned earlier, Scarecrow's one of them for sure. And like Timekeeper just doesn't gel, you know? How are we doing for enemies? Got a couple more down here. All right, so we're in good shape. So took one big hit there, but not terrible. So it looks like we're gonna leave here with 31 scrolls. So. And that's scroll count is you know, since I took Still Village, lost a little bit of scroll fragments there, didn't get any challenge rifts, so a little bit behind, but you know, it's more for bosses. I feel like I was just saying, for enemies, you know, 30-31 melts, but bosses might be a little less, a little slower. So I'm going to take the owl back. Electrodynamics, you served me very well. The max scroll count I ever got, Felipe, was in an earlier version of the game. So it was version 1.8. I had gotten 41 scrolls, which is crazy. The most that I've gotten on current patch was 39. But that was a confluence of events from extra dual stat scrolls and challenge wrist. I think I got like 2 or 3 extra curses during the run. It was absolutely crazy. It was wild. All right, so what do we got down here? So I don't think I'm gonna... Let me see. So I might grab something for the 5BC biome. All right, so I'm gonna take that. So I want to keep my Wrenching Whip for this Hand of the King fight so I can get that 6 synergy from the Flamethrower turret. But I think I want to take Infantry Bow into the 5BC biome. And that's it, right? Let me obsessively check the map one more time. We're good. I just want to catch up here. Maxime, always use one weapon and a shield. Yeah, so that's up to you, right? So if you're going to use two main weapons, it's good to have 2 of them that like use one as like your primary and one as your secondary, right? So like I wouldn't recommend like having, you know, wrenching whip as your main weapon and then like Valmont's whip as the second weapon, right? So something you could do is you could do firebrands as your main weapon or your one of the weapons, and then like oiled sword as a second, so you get some extra damage there. If you're doing tactics, something like throwing knives is one weapon and like electric whip is the second, so you have like different options there is pretty good. But you know, I would say like, again, like if you're gonna do two different weapons, make sure there's some difference between the two. You know, if you're doing survival, you don't want to take like broadsword and flawless, like they're very similar, stuff like that. Livy, can't wait 2 seconds for a weapon to hit. Seriously, survival could be so slow. That's so funny. Oh, Flepsy, so scrolls. So if you look, first of all, welcome. If you're new to Dead Cells, that's great. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen down there, you'll see numbers where it says 31, 5, and 5. Those colors represent stats. And scrolls, you may have seen me pick some up in the level where you could like pick a stat point. Every scroll you get you want to put it towards one color, right? So you can see most of mine are in red. So that means all my red items, whenever I get a scroll, I get a little bit of help, but a little bit of health, but also extra damage from that. So you want to funnel all of those scrolls into one color. So when I think it was Felipe, when Felipe just asked what my max scroll count was, that means that my number down there was 39, which is really high. Generally, for this point of the game, we're looking at like 33-ish. So it was pretty wild. Yep. No, you're not stupid. Not at all. No way. No way. All right, so we'll reset again here. Go do the same thing. Do support, disengagement, and then I'm gonna take. Yeah, we'll do support, disengagement, and gastronomy. I'm going to do that because I'm not going to change my mutations after I beat Hand of the King, hoping that I beat Hand of the King. So try to save a few bucks. It's going to be 8,000. I'm going to re-roll before the final boss if I get there, so that'd be an extra 16k. I don't want to spend all of that. All right, let's see if we can go 3 for 3. So the damage is just okay. Even with the synergies, it's not popping off as much as I thought it would. Boom. I will finish in the job. All right, so we are 3 for 3 so far. 3 flawless boss fights, so that's pretty sick. That's pretty that's not bad. All right, so I am gonna switch to infantry bow for the final biome here. Take a quick break. Yep, Master. I was just gonna give a spoiler warning. So word, I hear you. If you gotta bounce. So even though I've been playing on 5BC, through this door is the actual spoiler content. So if you do want to stick around and see what's behind the door, please feel free to hang. If you haven't gotten this far and you don't want to see what's here, totally cool to bounce. I would actually recommend it if you haven't seen this and you want to experience it for yourself. But I just want to give you folks a spoiler warning, give you a little bit of time to say goodbye and head out if you don't want to chill and you don't want to see all the stuff behind the door here. All right, going in. Livy, why is death more difficult than Hand of the King? Yeah, I agree. We were talking about some DLC bosses earlier. We were talking about the Castlevania bosses, and like I was mentioning how death is like not too bad of a boss, and the Dracula bosses are tough. But compared to Hand of the King, Death is trickier. And, you know, just like a little bit of history type stuff. Like, so Hand of the King is one of the earlier bosses, right? So the main bosses, Conjunctivius, Giant, Timekeeper, Hand of the King, Concierge, those were all done by Motion Twin early on. All of the other DLC bosses were done by Evil Empire. So Mama Tick, Scarecrow, Castlevania stuff. And I've noticed that those bosses are more complicated and they're more difficult with health and damage and all that stuff too. All right, Nathan, take care. Meaty, how long should you wait to come back? So I will probably, if I don't die, I will probably be done with this part in about 20 minutes, is what I'd say. Which means I'm gonna try to, I'll try to skip through it. I'll try to get through this a little bit quicker. So I'd say I think like 20 minutes is a fair, 20 minutes is probably a good time. But just to be safe, maybe do 25 if you're going to come back. Just in case. Just in case. Alright. I did not even see that bomber. Just came it just came right down. So I'm going to leave that food there since I have gastronomy. Might be able to recycle it, get some extra damage. Livia, yeah, Lighthouse is tough. Lighthouse is definitely tough. It's my opinion, it's the hardest flawless to get for sure. And just the traversal can be really tricky. So like, I think they did a good job with it, but it's not, it's definitely not easy. Grab that now. So one of the things that I've noticed scroll-wise with this level is, and this could be like, what do they call it, confirmation bias or whatever it is. I've noticed that dual stats have been on color for me more often here than they have before. So again, I don't know if it's just me, but I know it happened to me earlier today. It happened when I was playing with Calf and Bags on Thursday last week. I feel like it's been popping up. So I just took one scroll, so that's our health scroll. I would not be surprised if the other one was brutality, but we'll see. I will take that. Alright, so I want to go over here somewhere. That's exactly where I want to go. So we got one key. I think the other one looks like the other one's going to be up here, top right. Good, we got a weapon shop there too. I think I might stick with the infantry bow, but I want to see what else we got. Yeah, we're gonna stick with the infantry bow unless something else drops before the fight. This is what we're gonna roll with. Thoughts on War Spear? I like War Spear. I like War Spear a lot. I feel like because it has such a flat, horizontal like attack hitbox. Like, it's a little tough, like you're saying, with flying enemies. But in levels where there's lots of little enemies, like the graveyard and the sewers and stuff, it's great. It's really good. I don't take it a ton, but you know, it's more situational. But I think it's a really good weapon. Whoops, that's really funny. I thought I was gonna be in the clear. All right. No, so that did not happen. So both of the stats here were health scrolls. So maybe I just been getting really lucky. Didn't even realize it. So I'm trying to play it safe, but also play it a little fast, because if Meaty comes back, I do not want them to be spoiled. So I'm gonna trying to zip through this as quickly as I can. Aside from that, so far, aside from that dive down into the electricity, this has been pretty smooth. I don't think I'm going to use that, but I'll put it in the backpack. So it's been a pretty smooth astrolab, aside from that one little mistake. Good. So it's funny. So there was a video I posted, I don't know, it might have been like a month and a half ago or something, but I put 2 videos up, 5BC runs, and one of them was a survival run that ended here. It ended in the tower. And it was really funny because I was in the video. I was talking about how good it would be to get a win, and then I died as I was talking about it, which is super funny. But one of the things I learned from that, so you folks may have noticed, as I was going up the tower here with these doors, I would engage with the enemies and then run out the doors to the left, so that way they'd have to kind of catch up to me. After watching the footage, that's what ended up happening, is I got trapped like that. So ever since that video, I've been taking a little extra time to get out of the way, and it's been super helpful, especially when you can, you know, like I got the owl, or you throw it on a trap or something like that. It's been super helpful. All right, so what are we gonna do here? So I'm going to recycle. Trying to do the math here as far as money goes. So if my mutations are 8,000, I can, I'll have enough to buy this. I'm going to recycle both pieces of food so I can get the extra damage bonus from gastronomy. And then we're gonna roll on through to the final boss. All right. I think that's it, right? I think we're good. Forward. Yep, old school. I was trying to like play it safe. How are you? Good to see you, Ward. Dark Master, thank you. Thank you. All right, Anki, hold on. How long has it been? It's been like, I think it's like been 12 minutes since I said that. I think we're in decent shape. All right, I'm just gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep the poison. I'll keep... Yeah, it makes sense to keep the 100% of burning oil since we'll be getting that from Owl and the turret, so I'm not going to touch any of the weapons. Again, we'll keep it safe. We're going to do disengagement, support, and point blank. I'm going to recycle this double damage assassin's dagger that I'm never going to use. That was it, dude. Those were my mutations. It was disengagement, gastronomy, and masochist. Whenever I don't want to lose a run, I'll still pull those. So funny. All right, here we go. So two chugs down, one to go. So we get to the last room. We almost had it. We almost went 4 for 4. Oh, that ground slam is my least favorite collector attack. 100%. Close. Oh, Vord, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you. I feel like you hopped in just in time. Alright, we're good. So close. I think that's it. It's like I've gotten plenty of flawlesses. But when you flawless 3 bosses and then the 4th one hits you right at the end, it's just like But yes, it is sweet victory. It is sweet victory. So wow. Alright, so let's see, been like a couple hours. I don't know how you folks are feeling. I'm down to play for a little more. Do another run if you folks want to stick around. I know for Vord and Daniel, it's getting it's getting late for you folks, but it's up to you folks. If you want to kick it for a little bit, we can keep on rolling. If not, we can call it and catch up another time. I think I want to do. I love this combo. The 4 BC Timekeeper and the Cell Head. Thanks, Daniel. Get some sleep, dude. I'll talk to you soon. Kashika, thank you. Alright, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do a fun run. So, I'm not expecting to win. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the opposite of what I just did. I'm going to start pulling some cursed biomes. Calf, take care of yourself, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, dude. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, so we'll do that. So I'll take Damn Vigor. We'll hit up a cursed biome or two, see how things go. And like I said, I don't anticipate completing a full run, so don't be surprised if I don't. But I think it'd be a cool thing to check out since we just got ourselves a good win. So who's the elite here? Okay, so it's the It's a demolisher, okay. Hey, thanks, Inky. Take care, man. Good to see you. Vord, I haven't seen the toothpick and Alucard sword clips. I'll have to check. Are those on your YouTube channel? I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna do double damage right now. ECK, you got into Dead Cells played Dead Cells the first time last year? Playing non-stop? Oh, dude, I'm glad the videos helped out. That's awesome. It's funny, like, yeah, I feel like a lot of folks have kind of found their way to Dead Cells years after it came out, but that's fantastic. I think you're coming in at probably one of the better times as far as patches go, or at least I should say as content goes. There's a lot of good stuff got added. No, I don't remember seeing him in the Discord board. So I think I'll go tactics here for this run since I just did brutality. I don't wanna double up. So I'll grab the scrolls, and then we'll head into a curse biome with damn vigor, and we'll see how far we get. Yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, I've had a lot of bad luck and poor gameplay in curse biomes lately, but I think it's worth giving a shot. Worth giving it a shot. And like I mentioned before, like, you know, curse biomes aren't great, but at least having the option to take the curse mutations like Damn Vigor and Demon Strength, like, it makes them a little bit more tolerable, but they're still super tricky. So there's one enemy. When you kill that enemy, it will, I think it's called the Sore Loser. It automatically curses you for 3. So that happens right off the bat. That other enemy that we just saw that kind of looked like a wizard, that has a projectile that if it hits you, it will curse you for 5. So you're gonna get cursed a lot. Sometimes unexpectedly, because they can happen so quickly. But I guess it's good that curse biomes can only start appearing on 2BC or higher. So if you're earlier on in the game, you're not going to have to deal with them, which is great. and the higher that you get in difficulty, the more chances for a curse biome that you can have. I think 5BC has up to 7 or something, I want to say. And one of the benefits, so you just saw I had a 3 stat there. Items and amulets will be of higher quality in curse biomes, so there is a little bit of an incentive to come through. It's not just difficulty for difficulty's sake. Yeah, Sore Loser doesn't always curse you. So the update is out, quote unquote out, but it's not like finished. Evil Empire didn't have a chance to finish it, so I think there's some bugs, especially when it comes to stuff like that. I've noticed that sometimes a cursor will not die from, or the Sore Loser won't die from fall damage. Sometimes, or it doesn't curse you, I should say. It doesn't curse you from fall damage. Sometimes it doesn't curse you from DOT. And then sometimes you do get cursed. Like, it's not consistent. Which I guess is probably good, so that way like you'll have less of a chance of getting cursed. I would love to get some purple skills at some point. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. So we get ourselves a nice bonus 3 amulet, 3 stat purple cursed amulet. It's beautiful. This is Corrupted Prison. Oh, he doesn't curse you if he dies while surprised or something. Maybe. Yeah, that could be it too. Yeah, because like I was mentioning, DOT, fall damage. Sometimes I've had enemies fall. Like if you knock an enemy off a ledge, I've seen an enemy fall on top of a Sore Loser and not get cursed, so. Could be it too. See? I got cursed and uncursed within the span of a second. Like, that'll happen very often in these biomes. Sweet. Got ourselves a good dual stat, too. David had 2.5. Yes, I finished a 5BC run, so made it all the way through successfully, and then I just started a second one here to check out the curse biome stuff. You're just kind of talking about some of the enemies and some of the benefits of taking a curse biome. So I don't think this is going to be a full run. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Corrupted Prison, and then I'm going to see if any of the biomes out of Corrupted Prison are cursed, and if they are, then we'll keep rolling. And if not, I'll probably end the stream after this level. What is a secretly good weapon that people don't use? That's a great question. Secretly good weapon. You know what I'm going to do? Let me pause real quick. Let's see. Secretly good weapon that people don't really use. So, I think there's some of the older weapons are kind of like understated, especially compared to the newer stuff that is a little bit more flashy or a little bit more complicated. Some of the old stuff like Torch, I think Torch is great. That's like super low key. That's really good. What else are we looking at here? I love Swift Sword. I think it's super good in biomes. Shrapnel Axes is surprisingly good. It's not something folks use a lot. Let's see what else we got here. Nerves of Steel. Nerves of Steel, the bow, is awesome. I don't really see a lot of people playing with that. Nerves of Steel is great. Other stuff, Ice Crossbow is really good. Again, this is more for like biomes, but I find that I get really fast clears. A lot of safety with Ice Crossbow. That's really good. And then there's just random stuff too. Like, personally, I don't think a lot of people enjoy this weapon. I love Marksman Bow. The one on right here, you get crits at long range. That's super good. Spartan Sandals is really good. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff like that, I guess, that kind of flies under the radar. So I don't know if it would be secretly good, but it's just like stuff that is kind of overlooked, I think, is a better thing. Philip, what about Repeater Crossbow? Repeater is not my favorite. So if out of all the crossbows, the two-handed ones, I think Repeater is my least favorite. I think it's good if you take it with tactics and use stuff like Barb Tips is pretty good on it. But I prefer the other ones. Error, how many runs in my slot? So I think on this profile I have 109 or 110. That's not my total runs. I've had, God, I don't even know how many, because I've had different profiles on different systems and stuff. I actually had to start over completely. I think it was like about a year ago, maybe a little bit less. My save data got corrupted, so I had to completely start from scratch. So that's what this particular save file is. But yeah, I couldn't tell you what the total is. A lot. Yep. Philip, Repeater Crossbow, thumbs up. Oh yeah. Hakuto's bow is also very good. So there's like history there. So Hakuto's bow used to be very, very powerful, and then it got nerfed a few times. And then people kind of like fell off it a little bit, but it's still really good in my opinion. Especially if you use it with stuff that propagates. Like if you have something that propagates bleed, like throwing knives where bleed spreads and stuff like that, use it with Hakuto's bow. Like enemies just pop. They get destroyed. It's so good. Oh, here's another one. If we're talking skills, Rebound Stone, low-key, super good. love Rebound Stone. Philip, rank Legendary Flint 1 to 10. I'd give it like a 9. It is very good. If you've used it, you probably know it's like I wouldn't say it's a run winner, but it's a run influencer. Like that can turn the tide of a run though. But yeah, I dig it. I'd say it's like a good, solid 9. I think for me, like the weapons that I would say are 10 out of 10 at this point, I'm more of like I'd lean more towards tactics, stuff like throwing knives, electric whip, firebrand, stuff like that. For me, easy 10 out of 10. Cursed. So we don't have any cursed biomes left. That's a shame. All right. Well, since there's no cursed biomes, that was the plan of the run. I think I'm gonna call it. But before I do that, let me hop back to the title screen again. Just some of the other stuff here. Yeah, as far as powers go, like Tornado is secretly like super good. I love Tornado. What else? Like I just said, Rebound Stone. I'm also partial. This is gonna sound funny. I'm partial to Poyo Power. I think that's a really good skill that since it's kind of a gimmick, I feel like folks kind of sleep on it a bit. I think that's really good. Scarecrow Sickle's also super good. And then like other weapons type stuff. I feel like I feel like that's pretty much it. Oh, the other hand is Killing Deck. Killing Deck is very, very good too. The legendary is great too because each card deals a random status effect, so you can get like all kinds of synergies. But I like Killing Deck a lot too. That's from the Queen in the Sea DLC. So if you haven't tried that, you should. It's one I'd recommend too. So, yeah. Liviu Pistol, Legendary Pistol is insane. I think that's my favorite Legendary. I love Legendary Flint, but I really love Legendary Pistol. Yep. What's my least favorite mutation? I have a few of them. So I do not like. I don't like Ranger's gear. Your next range attack after using a skill inflicts extra damage. If you have something like Wave of Denial or a quicker, if you have like an off-color infantry grenade, that will pop it, but like it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't do much. And then what else? I do not care for either of these here. Frenzy, get health back when you have a speed buff, or Adrenaline, you get health back after you dodge. The health points, it's just the restoration is just way too low for me. It doesn't make sense to take that when you can take something like gastronomy or extended healing that will give you extra healing. What else? I don't love parting gifts. I feel like it doesn't do much. But everything else I feel like is either situational or decent here and there. Those are the ones that I really just don't really care for. Oh, you said what's your least favorite brutality mutation? I just kept going. I'm sorry about that. I thought I just saw what's your least favorite mutation. To answer your question, I'd say Adrenaline and Frenzy. So, all right. So I'm gonna call it. We've been going at it for like 2.5 hours. So I'm gonna end the stream in a bit. But thank you to everyone that hung out. Appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out for the 10K. We got a good, successful 5EC run, so I'm pretty stoked about that. This was a lot of fun. Hope to do it again sometime soon. So hope everyone has a good night or a good afternoon wherever you are in the world, and take care. See you again.